The family of dead Pima County jail inmate speaks out.
A Tucson family is looking for answers after their loved one died while in county custody. Authorities say Emmanuel Ramirez got into a fight with another inmate in the Pima County jail days after being booked on charges related to drug possession and trespassing. 13 News reporter Raya Torres spoke exclusively.
Okay, so Emmanuel Ramirez.
With the Ramirez family and with Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos on their plans moving forward.
The addiction, nobody can solve that. Nobody can fix that except the person that's going through it.
Emmanuel Ramirez was 41 years old when he died last week inside.
So I'm guessing this is him holding his child right here.
The Pima County Adult Detention Complex. Despite being arrested for drug and trespassing charges, his family says they will always remember Manny for his big heart.
He's been on field trips with me. He's went out his way to go do things for me. Even the smallest amount of things he ever did for me, it's just, there's so many memories off the top of my head.
According to court documents, Manny was booked into jail a couple of days before he died. Manny's struggle with addiction was a major burden, and a family member told him that going to jail meant he could get better.
You're gonna go to jail, but if you go to jail, don't be sad. Be happy that you're gonna be in a safe place for one. You're going to get fed and you'll have a place to sleep, but then they're going to help you get better. And that's what we were hoping for.
We spoke to Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos about the incident. He said while he understands the frustrations of the family, he says jail is not the best place for addictions.
I have way too many people in my jail who are suffering from addiction. And some of that addiction led to them being there. But that's not going to cure you.
I sure hope you can hear this. Okay. And you know what? Pima County, you get another P on the world stage. Welcome back Dick Vitale, to college basketball. Sports broadcaster. He's known for the term PTP, primetime performer, and Pop Smoke is trending, another P, with one of the men involved in his killing being sentenced 29 years. Pop Smoke P, the PlayStation Network shut down for gamers. As well, PlayStation P. And we get another P here trending with Pima County.
It's just not.
Sheriff Nanos said if an inmate has drugs in their system, they go through detox for at least 5 days. Manny was still with several inmates in the detox unit. An interim complaint stated that officers found Manny's cellmates kicking and hitting him in the head. At this time, it's unclear if the incident contributed to Manny's death.
That sounds pretty shady. So they found inmates kicking him and all of that, supposedly.
Do our best to, I believe, to keep you safe.
Even Emmanuel, with that Eagles Super Bowl victory, look, you get an E, like Eagles. And wow, that's amazing. His name's Ramirez. Look, it's got Ram in there. And the Rams were in the playoffs. And you have Kendrick Lamar, who performed. It's probably all over everybody's feed, YouTube, Facebook. Kendrick Lamar performed at halftime. And Lamar, when you look at Lamar backwards, you get Ram. So that's interesting for sure.
Our best to, I believe, to keep you safe. But there's a lot of bad in jails. I've said it 1,000 times. Jails are not for sick people. Jails are for bad people. Hospitals, those are for sick people.
Sheriff Nanos is unable to comment further on this investigation because it is still ongoing. He says that just like any other death or assault that happens inside of the jail, they will continue to investigate and find ways in order to do better.
So they say, right? Okay, so we're going to get into this breakdown, and this is A to Z decodes. Welcome out here in Arizona, as we got another one here for you today. Okay, I had to deal with the dog, or the god, whatever you want to say. So here's the article. It says 13 News. And again, family of dead Pima County jail inmate speaks out. 13 News spoke exclusively to the son. Okay, so that was the son speaking, and then we saw the picture of him holding his son, I guess when his son was younger. That's what I'm thinking. And that was his aunt, and he was 41 years old. Emmanuel Ramirez. Again, E like Eagles, and then Ram in Ramirez. We had the Rams in the playoffs as well, and the Eagles win the Super Bowl. So that's definitely interesting. And this guy has red on.
A Tucson family.
And look, even
News
she's
report.
got red, even though the Chiefs lost the Super Bowl. That's
The
just
addiction,
interesting, right? So I guess
nobody
that's
can
his
solve that.
son,
Nobody can fix.
Went out his way to go do
and
things.
that's his
And he was
aunt
booked
right
into
there.
Then they're gonna.
And they showed a couple of pictures of the guy,
addiction was a major
and he's wearing red even. Okay, and think about red, you think about BLOOD, right? And remember Tiger Woods, his mother passed, and he wore red in that last, I don't know if it was like some kind of tournament or whatever, but she attended it and he wore red as well. Okay.
county sheriff, Chris. They go through.
So, and you know what? Kendrick Lamar, I think, wore red. There was a bunch of red during his halftime performance. If I know how to spell, I mean, look at, you get all that red again right there. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you're at. If you got a local story, again, this is A to Z decodes with this Pima County Tucson story. Wherever you're at, I mean, you're gonna get these same patterns. Okay, and if anybody wants me to do a breakdown on a trending story near you, just go ahead and let me know. I'll get you the breakdown within a few days. We'll drop it on YouTube. No problem. I got your back. So, but we're gonna open this up. Again, welcome to A to Z Decodes. I'm gonna break down this story
A Tucson.
for you, and you see the guy here, Emmanuel Ramirez. Now, look, this isn't the first time some inmates have died in this Pima County jail. As I'm doing some research, putting together some slides, look, this all pops up on YouTube. Family members of inmates who died in Pima County jail call for reform. Look at that, 2 years ago. And you get a different RIP character there. Look it down below from a year ago. Family outraged after their loved one died in Pima County jail cell. And then here's another one right under that. 7 years ago, family of inmate has questions about death after an inmate died at the Pima County jail. So it looks like we get all separate stories here, all with some shadiness with the Pima County jail. Okay. Now we get into some of these numbers, and I think this is interesting, and this kind of helps show that this is a real code here that the world is operating on. Look at that. Ramirez was with several inmates in the detox unit shortly after he was booked. Okay, an interim complaint obtained by 13 News mentioned that officers found one of Ramirez's cellmates kicking and hitting him in the head. And it happens, right? But let's say this all happened, it's all true, right? Well, you're going to have to explain to me what's up with these numbers, right? Detox has 23 and 22, and that matches drug. Okay, and the two go hand in hand. Look at that right there. 23 and 22 with detox and drug. Okay? And Sheriff Nanos, look at the quote. We do our best to keep you safe, but there's a lot of bad in jails. I've said it 1,000 times. Jails are not for sick people. Jails are for bad people. Hospitals, they're for sick people. Okay. The Ramirez family again told 13 News they hope the investigation will bring meaningful change so no other incident will happen inside the jail again. That would be nice, right? But you see that 23, and that's interesting too, because when you add up 23 and 22, you get 45. Arizona's upcoming birthday is the 45th day of the year, and that's Valentine's Day, okay? Where's all the love? Valentine's Day right around the corner. As I record this, 3 days away, Arizona's birthday. Check this out. Look at the article published February 7th. That's the 38th day of the year. Death equals 38. Okay. RIP, killing, murder, all equal 38. Even murder and morgue, you get 83. So look how those numbers all connect with the 38. And you know what I found earlier while I was putting this together? Look at what else equals 38, which goes with that. Not New Orleans, but injury equals 38. Look at that right there. And you get 97 like death and 34 like murder and morgue. You see that? 97 and then 34 like murder has 34, morgue has 34, and you see the 79s, that 97 reversed. And you may see some other numbers there for not the first time, right? So how about that? So you get the 38th day of the year to sync up with death, with the story. And it was drug and trespassing charges booked in the Pima County Adult Detention Complex for drug and trespassing charges. Look at that, 277 in ordinal, drug and trespassing charges. And the article from 2/7, February 7th. Even ritual equals 27 in this code. And 277 is the 59th prime number. Of course, it was Super Bowl 59 on Sunday. All right? And remember all of the P's. There's another one. Philadelphia with the victory. Philadelphia, P. This Pima County story. Pima, P. I mentioned the PlayStation Network with the outage and it going out, online users upset around the world, right? PSN, again with P. Pop Smoke, I mentioned trending. P with Pop Smoke. Dick Vitale trending, and his PTF saying, baby, primetime performer P, right? And there's probably more. But yes, drug and trespassing charges 277, the article from 27. Obviously, 277 is like 27, February 7. And you know what? Oh, never mind. Not yet. And that's amazing, man. The 277th prime number, the 59th prime number, 277, to go along with the Super Bowl. Remember, the season started the 5th day of the 9th month. as well. And I think Patrick Mahomes is also born in 95. So you get that 5 and you get that 9 again. All right. If I'm not mistaken, I think so. All right. And look at this right here. So he's 41 years old. Hold on. Does Super Bowl equal 41 or Eagles on the fly? I think we may get a 41 with, yes, we do. Super Bowl equals 41 in the reduction cipher. Look at that, man. And this guy in this Arizona story, age 41, his name's Emmanuel, E like Eagles. And you get Ramirez, you get Ram in his last name, like Rams, the other football team who was bounced out of the playoffs. Look at that. Super Bowl equals 41. It's as simple as that. Okay? The reduction cipher. How about that? On the fly, Ramirez, age 41, when Super Bowl equals 41. Look at the score of the game, 40-22. Like 42, right? Emmanuel 42, Arizona 42. You also get the 84 in there. And if you didn't know, Arizona's the 48th state, the 84 reversed. And when you think about Arizona, you could think about Phoenix, right? Phoenix, PH. Look, Philadelphia, PH. And the Philadelphia Eagles, their running back, Saquon Barkley. Remember the Philadelphia 76ers, the basketball team, back in the day drafted Charles Barkley, like Saquon Barkley, right? Playing for the Eagles now. But Charles Barkley got traded from Philadelphia to Arizona. All right. And again, Philadelphia, PH, Phoenix, PH. Even though this is a Tucson story, most people are going to think Phoenix if you think about Arizona or Sun or whatever. But this guy is in his 42nd year of life to go with Emmanuel 42, Arizona 42, and the score 40-22, like 42. It's amazing how all of the trending stories hit with these patterns and the same numbers. I'm telling you, it's like a lottery system. And there's a computer running all of this, okay? And it just comes out of a computer. It's amazing. It's all with the language, y'all. And again, they say he was getting kicked and punched in the head. And it just sounds like a shady story. On top of that, look, even dead, you get 14 in 2 ciphers. And Arizona's next birthday, look, 14 and 41 numerology. When the dude is 41 years old, RIP to him. And even Kobe Bryant, born in Philadelphia, RIP to him at age 41. And Kobe Bryant equals 41 in this code. Played for the LA Lakers, LA equals 14 and 41. So completely undeniable, man. And does this guy got a Norteño tattoo on his hand? And you see the red I mentioned earlier, BLOOD, with more red. Interesting. I think that's what that is on his hand. Okay? And check that out. This is his aunt. Nobody can solve. They want to know what happened here, okay? even though battling drug addiction and you go to jail. I mean, that's common, right? You would like to think that you could be semi-safe in jail. I mean, even I went to prison for burglary in 2018, and it's not what, depending on where you land on the seriousness of your crime, um, it's not as dangerous as they portray it on TV. It can be, but for the most part, people are just trying to chill, mind their business, get their workout on, eat a lot of commissary, maybe read some books, better themselves for the most part, if they're lucky enough to land in a place that allows that. So, but the beatings can happen, right? It is policed in there by the inmates. Okay, but look at the aunt, Renee Castorena. Look at 62. Look at Renee equals 29, and the Super Bowl was on 2/9. Okay, with another connection there. She's even got the last name C. I mean, the Chief starts with C. Remember Emmanuel E like Eagles. And this is a Arizona story. Arizona. I hear we have another plane crash trending. Planes, wings. Get it? Eagles. Right? Fly, Eagles, fly. Arizona. Okay, so once again, I'm telling you, it's all with the language. But Renee equals the Super Bowl date 2/9. Remember, the Eagles had 2 football players with the same birthday as well. But look at the 62 with Renee Castorena, the aunt here. They want answers. 62, the total score, 40 plus 22 with the Eagles victory added up, 62. Okay. Even Renee Castorena's got 143, like Saquon Barkley. His full name, 143. Super Bowl champion. And I put the question mark because I wasn't sure about her picture at the time. We just had the one pop up, but we saw, I don't know if they said that was the aunt. I'm assuming that's the aunt in the video we watched. I don't know if they just said his family, but then in this article they mentioned his aunt. So I'm guessing that was his aunt. And they said that that was his son as well. But look at that, man. Her name syncs up with Saquon Barkley. Even Tucson has 92. And again, the Super Bowl on the 9th day of the second month. And Renee, 29, again, like February 9th. How amazing, man. I mean, for real. There's the 2 guys who scored touchdowns on their birthday, or excuse me, the dude on the top. Cooper DeJean, touchdown on his birthday for the Eagles. But DeJean and Barkley are the 15th and 16th players to appear in a Super Bowl on their birthdays right there. Even that 15, man, Arizona equals 105 like 15. Remember, fly, Eagles fly, Arizona air. A lot of airplane stories. Philadelphia PH, right? Phoenix, Arizona, Phoenix PH. We have the Cardinals in the NFL out here in Arizona. Birds like eagles. And didn't the Celtics win the NBA championships last year? The championship in the NBA? And they wear green? Right? So you get those guys with the Super Bowl birthdays. And Saquon's birthday was on the Super Bowl. So you get the 9th day of the second month to connect with Tucson and to connect with Renee 29. Okay. And again, her name, Renee Castorena 62, 40 plus 22 with the Super Bowl score, you get 62. That was close to 61, huh? And Philadelphia equals 61. Just saying, pretty close there. And I mentioned Arizona's upcoming birthday, Valentine's Day. And the 45th day of the year, Ramirez equals 45 in 2 base ciphers, y'all. Okay, and back here, remember detox and drug 23 and 22. Nice match there, 23 plus 22, 45. And even ritual equals 45 in gematria. Ritual also equals 27. And remember, drug and trespassing charges 277. Wow, that's almost like Chargers, huh? Another NFL team who got bounced immediately. Right? But yeah, it's just amazing. And remember Kendrick Lamar performing, Lamar Jackson synced up with the NFL, and this guy's got Ramirez, he's got Ram in his name, which, like Kendrick Lamar backwards, you see Ram. So, one more connection there. Look, even trespassing equals 48 to go with the 48th state. And remember, Emmanuel in Arizona, 84, the reverse, right? Okay. Not a coincidence. Ramirez, 45 and 2 ciphers. And then the Arizona upcoming birthday, the 45th day of the year. So we'll see what's up with Valentine's Day. But yeah, Pima even has 39 like Arizona. All right, so I'm going to play this. We'll play a little bit of this again. And hopefully you can hear it again one more time. We'll just play a little bit and then we can maybe just look at the article and then get out of here, right?
A Tucson
Hopefully you can
family
hear
is
it.
looking for answers after their loved one died while in county custody. Authorities say Emmanuel Ramirez got into a fight with another inmate in the Pima County jail days after being booked on charges related to drug possession and trespassing. 13 News reporter Raya Torres spoke exclusively with the Ramirez family and with Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos on their plans moving forward.
The addiction, nobody can solve that. Nobody can fix that except the person that's going through it.
Emmanuel Ramirez was 41 years old when he died last week inside the Pima County Adult Detention Complex. Despite being arrested for drug and trespassing charges, his family says they will always remember Manny for his big heart.
He's been on field trips with me. He's went
Can
out
you
his way
hear
to go
it?
do things for me.
There's Emmanuel
Even the
Ramirez
smallest amount of
Jr.
things he ever did for me, it's just, there's so many memories off the top of my head.
According to court documents, Manny was booked into jail a couple of days before he died. Manny's struggle with addiction was a major burden, and a family member told him that going to jail meant he could get better.
You're gonna go to jail, but if you go to jail, don't be sad. Be happy that you're gonna
Wow,
be
look what
in
I
a
just
safe place
caught
for
right
one.
here.
You're gonna get fed, and you'll have a place to.
Look what I just hold the presses. Hold the presses. Is that what they say? Look what I just caught. Look at the sheriff who was speaking. Chris Nanos, 48. Again, Arizona, the 48th state. Wow. The sheriff's name equals 48. Trespassing, 48. The 48th state. And Emmanuel in Arizona, 84, the reverse. I had a feeling. I'm like, let me go. And look, you even get 150. Remember, Arizona equals 105 to sync up with that 150, and they both break down to a 15. Look at that right there. Is there anything more with the article? Again, they're frustrated with this death. I mean, you land in jail. I mean, the stuff could happen, okay? And you see Apparently we get this death here inside of this jail, but all of those other stories with those um families in outrage over their loved ones' deaths in this Pima County jail, I mentioned not the first time. And look, I'll just go over to Google and I'll put Pima County jail death, and look at all of these pictures that pop up. Family sues. There's another story. Pima County inmate dies in jail. Armed robbery suspects dies in Pima County jail. Man found dead in cell of Pima County jail. Look, they're all different guys. Look, taser has been used. Pima County jail. Authorities release video. Look, inmate dead, another one. Pima County jail. Look at that. Look at this. All of it. Look, the Pima County jail death machine. What's that? So, damn, we might need to look into Pima County. Look at this. 9 deaths in 2020, 10 deaths in 2021, and 12 deaths in 2022. The Pima County jail saw. Holy crap. The Pima County jail had a per capita death rate of almost 4 times the 2019 national average. Look at that right there, man. They failed to mention that in the video. Look, lawsuit, Pima County jail, death, dismissed. Damn. Okay, so that's the breakdown. Again, this is A to Z, local breakdowns, A to Z decodes. Okay, I'm trying to see if there's anything else we need to look at here. I mean, they say drugs, right? But this is a shady story for sure.
Detox for at least 5 days. Manny was still with several inmates in the detox unit. An interim complaint stated that officers found Manny's cellmates kicking and hitting him in the head. At this time, it's unclear if the incident contributed to Manny's
But I mean, you're in your 42nd year of life when Arizona equals 42, man.
death.
We do our best to, I believe, to keep you safe.
And then this dude's name, Chris Nanos, 48, like the 48th state.
There's a lot of bad in jails. I've said it 1,000 times. Jails are not for sick people.
Okay, I think we're good. What time is it? I'm out here. It's 2:16 a.m. as I awake from a nap and record this. Wow. Another nap upcoming. Family of dead Pima County jail inmate speaks out. Again, I mentioned A to Z decodes Arizona. I'm out here in Mesa. Where y'all at? Shout out to y'all. Anyone viewing from across the world, shout out to y'all as well. So the 41-year-old Emmanuel Ramirez, RIP, the family wants answers. We'll see if we get another update, sometime in the near future. But yeah, A to Z decodes. Shout out to y'all, and I'll see you next time. Peace.